The economic landscape of Nigeria is one of striking contrast. We are rich in resources, resilient in spirit, yet challenged by policy shifts, inflation, and global pressures. Is Nigeria's economy truly failing, or is it quietly adopting and finding new pathways to thrive? In this episode, we unpack the realities behind the headlines, explore the forces shaping growth and hardship, and ask the critical questions, which is, where is Nigeria's economy really going through? In this episode, we have an astute professional who will give us more light as we delve into these issues, and he's none other than Dr. Steve Olusegun, the CEO of Successful Nigeria Limited. It's great to have you on the program, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me.
So, in layman's language, can you tell us, why do you think Nigeria's economy is failing?
I will not agree with you that Nigeria's economy is failing.
Okay.
In the first instance, the Nigerian economy is very resilient. There are challenges all over the world. Global warming is there, economic crisis is there, pressure on the agricultural sector because of insecurity, and the Russian-Ukraine war is affecting food productivity. So all those things are challenges that the world is facing, and Nigerian economy cannot be insulated from what is happening around it. So our economy is resilient, the people are struggling, but we are not where we used to be.
Talking about struggling, which sectors of Nigeria's economy do you think are genuinely struggling when it comes to economic growth?
You see, there is no sector that is not struggling because the issues that are affecting the economy are universal. We have energy crisis, we have security issue, we have the cost of doing business, and now we have the new tax regime. So all those things affect everybody, but the nature and the number and the percentages differ from sector to sector.
Okay. So now talking about the percentages, that means the varying degrees.
Varying degrees
Which,
in different sectors.
So which degrees do you think is higher at risk and lower?
You see, the only people who are technically insulated are those who are doing buying and selling. When you are producing, you have energy crisis. When you are in the agricultural sector, you have security problem. You have post-harvest losses, and you have the critical infrastructure in the rural area. So depending on the aspect where you are operating and depending on the investment you have made in the sector, it will affect you one way or the other.
Part of the challenges that we are facing in the Nigerian economy is policy changes, like you mentioned earlier. So what recent reforms do you think is really affecting Nigeria? We know there are a lot. Recently, we have the first subsidy removal. We now have tax. So do you think, number one, those policies are really necessary? And if they are, how will they make the Nigerian economy better and safer?
You see, policy changes are absolutely necessary.
Okay.
And we cannot keep on doing the same thing and expecting a different result. Right from COVID, COVID changed the way we do business. It affected a whole lot of things. People are not going back to the offices. People are working remotely and all those things. From COVID, then the economy went into a recession. And good enough, we were able to come out of recession on time. Then we have a new regime. So many things have affected the economy, and those are the issues. And if the government had not taken the step they took, especially in fuel subsidy removal and in the unification of the exchange rate, the economy will have collapsed. So the situation we are in now is that fine. When you are near this precipice, the first step is to stop. You don't move forward. Then you look back, and then you'll be able to address it. This is where we are. We have already stopped. We are taking stock, we are looking back, and then we are going to provide solutions to the challenges.
Okay, in providing solutions, we know that it takes time for policies and some strategies to take effect for us to begin to see positive changes. Can you give us like an estimation of time? When do you think Nigeria can begin to see positive changes? Because now we know with these policy changes, things seems like bottleneck. But when do you think Nigerians will begin to see positive changes, the effect of these policies?
The changes have been coming. The prices of food are crashing.
Okay.
And then people are able to feed. Then we are not borrowing money to pay subsidy again. So subsidy is gone. And then the unification of the exchange rate, the abuse of the naira has stopped. So with all those bleeding that were affecting the economy before, what we are going to see now is the rise. If you look at the foreign reserve of the country, in the last 2 years, it has consistently been rising. And this is a sign that the economy is on the way up and it's really doing very well. So if we can keep faith to this, with this, and we can continue the steps that we are in, definitely the whole issue will be resolved within the next few years.
Okay. So what we've discussed so far, the elites will be able to understand all these policy changes, data analysis, and the rest. To the normal Nigerian or the normal citizens in Nigeria, how can government best explain or break this thing down for them to understand? Because a lot of people are just blaming government that, oh, Tinubu came and things are becoming so hard. How can the average Nigerian understand this?
What they need to understand is that they should look at the alternatives not taken. If we continue doing what we are doing before, what we have done in our case will have been worse than Venezuela. But now, given this situation, you can see that there are so many cushioning effects that government have put in place. They need to utilize those effects and then be able to build capacity so that the enterprises can do very well. For example, the new tax regime. The new tax regime is very friendly to SMEs. It's very friendly to small enterprises. For the students, they have the student loan. That one is there. And the SMEDAN has been doing a lot in building capacity of enterprises. So they need to now use and structure their enterprises and formalize so that they will be able to benefit from what the government is putting in place. We can't just sit there and continue to complain that things are not working. We need to be critical. We need to be intentional in the way we embrace change and be able to move in the direction that the government has put in place.
Okay, this question I'm about to ask now, it's a bit personal to you, because I think in the last 3 or 4 years, Nigeria experienced a very, very strong economic shift with the coming of COVID and then the removal of first subsidy and all. How were you as a CEO able to hold up your business running? Because we know there was a lot of challenges at that point. We had businesses that closed down, we had people that lost their jobs and the likes, but you were able to create a strategy. It was like you even foresaw what was going to happen because you started implementing a remote work even before COVID. How were you able to scale through?
You see, when you see the direction that the economy is going, especially with the advent of COVID, you know that things cannot continue to be the way it is. We embrace remote work on time. We embrace technology. We spend the time we are sitting at home to build capacity. And so when the fuel subsidy removal now came on board, it was easy for us to say, okay, our staff will work remotely from home for a number of days to reduce the cost of transportation, and then we are able to even up, and we have built resilience and we have built capacity to be able to cope with whatever changes that are going to come. You see, you cannot continue to expect that things will change if you don't change yourself. So as an enterprise and as a company that we are building enterprises across Africa, what we did is to reinvent ourselves and recalibrate our system to be able to cope with whatever changes that are going to come.
You mentioned an area that I would like to go into, which is technology. And we know the world now is going global. We have the coming in of digital economy, we have the AI and the likes. How do you think a lot of companies, organizations, or even entrepreneurs can buy into this and then fit into the policy changes that we have in Nigeria?
You see, if technology is not working for you in this age and time, it is already working against you. So you need to be able to, one, reduce your cost with the use of technology, increase your outreach, and then increase your runway to be able to do better. So technology should be able to increase the speed of delivery of your services. It will help you to be able to reach out to more people, and it will be able to reduce your cost of doing business. Those are the areas where we have embraced technology. We do our digital classes, we do our online classes, we reach out to more people. They don't need to go to come to us, we go to them using technology. So all those things are things that we need to do. You can see, even banks are rolling back. They are shrinking the branches. Many people are embracing digital technology. And anybody that is not working with technology now is already losing out on the opportunities in this space.
Okay. Lastly, sir.
Thank you.
What do you think Nigerians, especially those in the business industry, what will be your advice to them to do differently to see improvement in their businesses?
One thing we need to do differently is to embrace change. We need to embrace change, we need to embrace technology, and we need to look at who the other people who are doing similar things across the world, and then we need to increase our speed of learning. If we increase our speed of learning, we'll be able to cope with whatever challenges that are coming, and we'll be able to build resilience. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for your time. We appreciate it. We can see that the Nigerian economy is out to thrive. But again, with this new policy changes, it seems as if we're at a bottleneck. Nonetheless, like Dr. Ogidan said, all we need to do is embrace change, embrace technology, and then thrive to do better. And I'm sure that Nigeria will be smiling soon. Thank you for joining us on this episode. Till I come your way next.